Now to the war in Yemen. The early hours of this morning saw a major military offensive. The government troops, backed by Saudi-led coalition, attacked the Houthi rebels-held city of Hodeidah, home to the second largest port in that country and to a population of 600,000 people. Our West Asia Bureau Chief Daniele Pagani explains why this can be a turning point in the war in Yemen.
The three-year-old civil war in Yemen has taken a new turn. The northwestern port of Hodeidah, which is a little over 200 kilometers from the capital Sana'a, is bracing for a bloody assault by forces of the Saudi Arabia-led coalition. Hodeidah is presently held by Shia Houthi fighters, and reports of airstrikes and artillery shelling on the port have already started coming in. The attack comes at the end of a three-day deadline. The deadline called on the Houthis to pull out of Hodeidah. Hodeidah is the only port where humanitarian supplies can be landed. All other ports are under the control of the Saudi-led coalition and closed to the Houthis. The coalition comprises troops from the UAE, Yemen fighters loyal to President Abdur Rabb Mansour Hadi, and Sudanese mercenaries. Code-named Operation Golden Victory, it could see a brutal street-by-street battle if the Houthis don't withdraw. Airstrikes are reported to have killed dozens of Houthi fighters on the coast, while warships of the UAE Navy have been shelling Houthi positions from the sea. Despite days of continuous negotiations, UN officials could not avoid what could turn out to be the deadliest battle in the three-year Yemen civil war.
Humanitarian coordinator in Yemen, Liz Grande, says that a military attack or siege on Hodeidah will impact hundreds of thousands of innocent civilians. Humanitarian organizations have rushed to develop a contingency plan. In a prolonged worst case, we fear that as many as 250,000 people may lose everything, even their lives.
Coalition forces and the exiled Yemeni president Abd Rabbu Mansouri Hadi consider Hodeidah a military milestone. They believe its recapture could turn the tide of the war in Yemen. The Saudi-led coalition has accused Houthi rebels of smuggling Iranian weapons and missiles through Hodeidah port. It is an assessment the UN disagrees with.
7 million people are completely reliant every month on food, and more than 7 million on other assistance from humanitarian organizations. So Hodeidah is absolutely central to the preserving of life. And if for any period Hodeidah were not to operate effectively, the consequences in humanitarian terms would be catastrophic.
The UN estimates more than 600,000 people live in the city. Half of them are below the age of 15. It will be the first large-scale urban battle in the Yemeni civil war. Houthi rebels are well entrenched in the city and control the main roads and several strategic mountain roads. Divisions among the many groups fighting within the Yemeni government ground forces could be a challenge for the coalition.
Houthi rebels know very well that they cannot lose the city of Hodeidah. Its port, in fact, sustain their operations throughout the territories they control in Yemen. Therefore, they will fight till the very bitter end in what could turn out to be a months-long operation, which could take a heavy toll on civilians. And this military operation conducted by the Saudi-led coalition could not have happened without an implicit green light from the United States of America, a country which has all the interest to weaken the Houthi rebels, perceived by the many as an Iranian proxy in the Arabian Peninsula. Daniele Pagani from Amman, Jordan, for WION.